So today we're going to be covering one of my most highly requested topics, which is where to find plus size wholesale clothing vendors. Now, if you are in the process of opening your own online clothing store, you've probably found that it's kind of difficult to find wholesale vendors when you're just getting started, but it's even more difficult to find plus size wholesale clothing vendors. Because a lot of wholesale vendors will say that they sell plus size, but in reality, they only sell from size small to extra large, or maybe extra small to extra large. But when you cut it off at extra large, that doesn't actually count as plus size. So today I wanted to share a list of a number of plus size wholesale vendors that I have been recommended by fellow boutique owners who do sell plus size, because I actually don't sell plus size in my own online store, but I got some trusted friends to share some of their favorite wholesale vendors with me, and that's what we'll be covering today. So before we begin, I do want to say that I have verified that all of these vendors are currently offering plus sizes. Now in the future, if you're watching this in the future and you're starting to look at some of these vendors and they no longer carry plus sizes, I apologize. Sometimes these vendors will decide to start offering plus size. They'll branch out into that market and realize that they're either struggling or it's just not working for them for whatever reason. They may decide to cease all plus sizes, or maybe they only offer a couple of plus sizes. If that's the case, I apologize. Like I said, as of right now, I have double checked. All of these vendors are currently offering plus sizes. Okay, so before we begin, I do want to quickly remind everyone that we do have a list of wholesale clothing vendors who sell size small through large or size extra small through extra large, depending on the vendor. So if you are interested in looking for wholesale vendors that sell those sizes, all you have to do is head over to letsbuildaboutique.com and enter your email, and you'll be able to download the free list of wholesale clothing vendors. Okay, so first up we have G. Now a lot of people love this brand, and just by looking at the website you can tell that they are a really fun brand. They have really cute styles, they have a lot of cute marketing materials, and you can see that they have a size range from small through plus size. And it's always great when a brand carries styles that go through all of these sizes. Now, the only downside that I did hear about with this brand is that they're not always accurate with their size guide. So the sizing that they recommend for all of their products is not always accurate, which is something that I'll explain and provide some tips about at the end of the video. But I just want to let you guys know that this is a very, very popular brand for plus size clothing, but be careful when you are providing the sizing to your customers in your description. So the next brand is called Hamish, and this brand is actually recommended as true to size. So that means that the size guide that this brand provides to you as the customer is accurate, so you can actually share their sizing with your customers and feel more confident. That is the advice I have been given, that this is actually one of the great brands that is true to size. Now, we can see that they have a number of cute tops, cute styles, and then up here at the top, you can see a whole drop down for their in-stock curvy, which of course is their plus size styles. So we see everything from tops, dresses, cardigans, sweaters, outerwear, skirts, pants, jumpsuits, leggings, jumpsuits, and rompers, and jackets. So they've got a great selection of plus size styles to choose from. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one of the top 3 brands that was recommended to me. Everyone loves this brand, and that is Zenana. Now, this brand you can find in so many boutiques because it is seriously everyone's favorite. Just by taking a look at the website, you can see the styles that they sell. But on top of that, they promote their styles as sustainable, ethical, and affordable. This is definitely the brand I hear about most often from a number of my clothing boutique friends who swear by this brand and say that they constantly sell out. And of course, once again, they have a whole section for plus size, and you can see all of the styles available. So it's definitely one that you'll want to check out because apparently these styles sell out. Next we have Emerald, which is another one of the top 3 highly recommended vendors for plus size. This brand is constantly brought up to me as a favorite go-to wholesale vendor for plus size. So once again, you can see on the website the styles that they sell. You can see that they are even promoting on their homepage. You've got some of the plus sizes, but also some more petite sizes. And once again, at the top, you can click on the drop down. You do have to log in. With all of these websites, you do have to log in and create an account. Once again, remember, you do need to have your business license and tax ID number in order to create an account. And if you are interested in learning more about that process, I do have a video that I will link in the description bar that walks you through setting up your LLC, your EIN number, all of that good stuff. But as I mentioned, you click on the drop down and you can see all of the different options available for plus size, all of the different styles. The next plus size wholesale vendor is Reborn J. And if you haven't noticed by now, it is currently spring. It was actually just Easter this past weekend, which is why all of these stores, all of these wholesale vendors are promoting a lot of floral and a lot of spring styles. So just an FYI for the time of year it is. But once again, we've got another vendor who has a great selection of plus size, and you definitely want to check out this vendor as well. They've got some really great stuff this season. Next up we have Benton River, and I'm actually showing you this vendor from LA showroom. They are also located on Fashion Go. Just to remind everyone that you can actually log on to some of these wholesale marketplaces and actually filter by size and search the plus size category, so you are able to find a number of additional vendors as well. The one thing I will note about this vendor is that sometimes they take a while to ship. That was the note I heard from one of my friends. So just a nice little FYI if you are looking for something quick. Next up we have Celo, and this brand is all about denim. And as you can see here from the home screen, plus size is their focus. So if you are in the market for a great denim provider for plus size apparel, you definitely need to check them out. Next up we have MOA, and what's interesting about this brand is they actually sell their styles at Walmart, and if you do a Google search, you'll even see plus size MOA at Dillard's. I did hear from a friend that they were trying to figure out there might be 2 MOAs, one that's new and one that's older. I don't actually know what the difference is. Maybe if someone in the comments knows what the difference is, feel free to let us know. But that is something I noticed about this vendor. Next up we have Judy FL. Now, one thing about this vendor is that they have really great quality, but I've been informed that they do have more limited stock available for plus size apparel. Now that could change in the future, so I didn't want to roll them out completely, and you can see that they do have a drop-down menu with a couple of different styles. So I think they're definitely still
worth looking into because they have some really cute stuff, but just something to keep in mind. So next up we have Monobee, which is every boutique owner's favorite brand for athleisure. This brand does carry plus size. I'm currently on their retail website because they don't have any pictures on their wholesale website. So if you are interested in checking them out before actually creating an account with them to see what their styles are like, you can check them out at mymonobee.com. But the one thing to note about this brand is that it's kind of debatable whether their styles are true to size for plus size apparel. So you should definitely check it out and make your own assumption and provide your own description to your customers based on the individual products that you order, if you do choose to order plus size from this vendor. Next up we have Hayden Los Angeles, or Hayden LA. Now this brand is super cute. Once again, we're seeing some floral dresses, but you can see here on the home screen that they do have their plus size styles being marketed. So plus size is a big part of their business. From the drop down you can see a number of the styles they sell, and they also even sell children's clothing. So if you are looking for a vendor to sell children's clothing, they're also worth checking out for that. But you can see from their new arrivals that they have some pretty cute stuff, especially if this is what you're looking for. So the next vendor is Pomelo. And what I will say about these next three vendors that I'm about to show you, including Pomelo, is that they actually only carry size extra small through 2XL. So if you are looking for plus size that goes past 2XL, these probably won't be the brands for you. But if you like these styles and are interested in carrying size extra small through 2XL, they are definitely a good option. So the next brand is called Entro, and this brand does have some really cute stuff. We can even see on the homepage that they do attend Apparel Mart, so they will be heading to the Atlanta Apparel Mart in the next couple of weeks. A number of these vendors do, so if you do decide to check out a local vendor mart, or you travel to a vendor mart in a place like Atlanta or Dallas or Las Vegas, etc., you'll be able to meet these vendors in person. I do have a video explaining my experience going to the Atlanta Apparel Mart last season, so I can link that down below as well. But once again, this brand has some cute stuff. They make really cute videos. In this video, they're actually styling Pantone's color of the year for 2021, which is the shade of yellow. So they have a ton of great marketing materials. So it sounds like currently they only sell size up to size 2XL, but that could always change in the future. So I really don't want to roll any of these vendors out, especially if you're watching this, you know, down the line and they've expanded their plus sizes. Okay, so the last vendor that I'm going to show you before just providing a list of a couple additional plus size wholesale vendors is Sassy Bling. And I've heard about this wholesale vendor a number of times. What's cool about them is that they not only sell ladies, but they also have a little sassy section as well. So something that you could consider expanding into if that's your thing. I'm pretty sure that this is a Dallas-based brand, Dallas, Texas. So it could be great if you are located in Texas or will be in the Dallas area, checking out if this style is what you're looking for. I also wanted to let everyone know that you can also find wholesale vendors by visiting Apparel Marts in person, and even by going to an Apparel Mart's website and browsing through the vendors that participate. I came in this example to the Atlanta Apparel Mart website, and I was able to come down here and filter by women's plus sizes. I'm also currently filtered on young contemporary, and here we see a list of vendors who have listed that they also sell plus size apparel. So if you're looking for additional vendors, this is also a great place to find new vendors if you are starting to get tired of the ones, or you just haven't found what you're looking for so far.
So a couple of tips for selling wholesale plus size clothing. It is really important to understand sizing for each of the vendors, because a lot of the vendors, unfortunately, do not provide accurate sizing guides. Sometimes they'll be too conservative in their sizing, sometimes they're too liberal, and you want to make sure that you are providing an accurate description of the size to your customers to avoid a number of exchanges and returns. So let's say that one of your customers is looking for a plus size in your boutique, and they might try to be squeezing into the size that they wish they were, or they were maybe a year ago, and your vendor actually runs small. So not only will they be shopping with you online and choosing a size that they think they are or think they were, but really they were a year ago, on top of that, the size is actually smaller than it says it is from the vendor's description, then you're obviously going to make that customer unhappy when they get it and it doesn't fit them. So what you want to do is make sure you're providing accurate descriptions. A couple of ways you can do this is, one, you need to start to pay attention to the models from your favorite vendors. So over time, as you shop with the same vendors over and over again, they often will use the same model, and if you can start to understand how that model's measurements match up to the actual product, let's say you know their height and the size that they wear, you can start to compare that to the products you get, and therefore you'll be able to explain to your customers how the particular item may fit, whether it's true to size, which is TTS if you've ever heard that acronym, or if it's runs a little bit small or it runs a little bit big. If you can tell your customers about that in advance, they'll be able to better understand what size they should buy, and then you will not be getting as many exchanges and returns. Now, in addition to that, another way that you can help your customers out is if you stick to one or two models for your own product shoots, and you can provide their sizing to your customers. You can tell them what their height is, what their weight is, and what size they wear, and maybe even their chest size. And that way your customers can say, okay, well, normally the outfit fits tightly on this model, but it's a little bit more loose on me, or vice versa. Or maybe it's a little bit more flowy in the hips for that model, but for me it's tight, or something like that, because every person carries their weight differently. Some people carry their weight more on their bottoms, and some people carry their weight more up top. So everyone's body is different, and if you can have the same couple of models wearing your clothes and you provide their description to your customers, that way your customers can start to think about how they compare to that model and make accurate decisions. And also, if you are the model for your own products, you should also feel confident being the owner of your store by giving your customers your size. I know it feels a little bit weird to say that, say your size to people on the internet, but it'll really help your customers out as they make decisions about what sizes they should purchase. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys were able to find some great new wholesale vendors to check out. Once again, if you are looking for size small or extra small to large or extra large, we do have the list of free wholesale clothing vendors on letsbuildaboutique.com that you can download for free. So make sure you check that list out. But with that, let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And with that, I will see you next time.